All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I was perusing YouTube here this morning in the middle of my workout for something to listen to and stumbled across the Vital MX video talking about the new Dunlop Spec Tires they're releasing, and I figured I would jump on here, just make a quick little video with my thoughts here, which are basically just thoughts. I don't have these tires. I will not have these tires until the spring to be able to even try to test them, and it will be a situation if I'm buying the tires. So when the test does happen, which I will do in the spring here, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself another set of wheels. I'll get myself a set of these tires and we'll throw them on and we'll do some back-to-back testing here. But anyway, just so everybody knows, when that does happen, it will be me purchasing these tires. I don't have any affiliation with Dunlop. I run Dunlop tires because those are the tires I've always liked. And I am super excited that they are now releasing this spec tire. Now, a lot of people don't know, but the tires that the guys run at the pro races, especially the factory guys, those tires are not the readily available off-the-shelf tires that you can get just anywhere at your local dealership. So now, and everyone's wanted them, and there have been ways I have had my hands on some spec tires in the past through some people. Not gonna say what tires, who, anything like that, but I have had some spec tires in the past. It's super interesting. A lot of them were specs that they were just testing. It wasn't even a tire that they would necessarily run. And I never really did any testing because it wasn't like I was going to be able to get another set right away to be able to run it, even if I liked it. It was kind of one of those cool things of like, oh, hey, I have these. I couldn't even really tell anybody I had these except for, you know, local people, friends, that kind of stuff. Just one of those bragging rights kind of things. But it was cool to actually have some. I think this idea that Dunlop is doing is awesome. It's limited quantities. They cost a little bit more from what I understand. And again, all this info is coming from the Vital MX video that Michael Lindsay did, where I thought he covered everything very good for what the time he had on the tires and everything until he gets more testing time. But anyway, they're going to cost, I think, about 20% more than the standard tire. Dunlop's still going to make the standard tire. They're not stopping production. They're not upping their prices. They're literally just, this is a premium tire option that now guys like myself, who's a vet rider, you know, who maybe has some disposable income, these higher end kids that don't have the sponsorship, so they don't get the spec tires for free. This stuff's now available to us, which I think is awesome. I agree with Jace from Gypsy Tales. I think there is a whole market of people in the dirt bike industry that will pay extra for things like this, the bespoke stuff, the spec stuff, the things that you're not really supposed to have. And again, could be done in limited quantities by companies. I mean, look at the Works Edition motorcycles that they're coming out with. I mean, you had the Kawasaki Race Edition. Honda's had the Works Edition 450 for years now. They're now coming out with a 250 Works Edition. Things like that, which again, I think are absolutely, they're absolutely necessary. They're absolutely something that the industry needs, because you can have the standard level and then you can have the extra top level. These spec tires are a part of that. Like I said, I'm super excited to test them. I know they're coming in limited quantities. I actually have brand new tires for the bike that we're going on for next year anyway. It's November by the time you guys are seeing this video. I'm recording it on literally the last day of October. And so by the time this goes up here in a day or two, it will be the first part of November. For anybody who doesn't know, I live in Michigan. The weather right now has been fairly warm the last couple days. I did ride 2 days ago, but I rode with the intention of, it's the end of the year, this is the last time. So now the bike has been washed, it's packed away until we pull it out to put it in the shop to redo it here. But I am personally done riding for the year. So I'll be real late to the party on this because I don't live in a warm weather climate. But I will get these spec tires and I will run some side-by-side tests. Now, Dunlop has said early results by their test riders at their testing facility, averaging about a half second a lap better. we'll see. Conveniently, I have a backyard track, so it'll be very easy for me to actually test it and actually get some results here. And this is some of the stuff that I'm hoping to bring some more to the channel. I feel like we do a pretty good job covering the races, but some of the other stuff that like some of the other media outlets do, bike testing, parts testing, and especially with real world, okay? I am a very crappy vet rider, all right? So I'm gonna put these parts on, AKA these tires. I'm gonna see how they work. And if they work better or I see improvement, because again, it's my own backyard track, I know it like the back of my hand, it will be very easy for me to test this and actually see, is there a difference? I can test on 2 different days as long as the weather's similar because, okay, cool, now I'm rested. I'm not even tired for the later motos with whatever I'm going back and forth on. But needless to say, I'm very excited about these. Comment down below if you guys are excited to even have access to this. You know, even if you're not getting them, even if you're not a Dunlop guy, if you don't care any of that, just the possibility of it's there for you to be able to get. I mean, how long have guys way older than me been talking about, man, you know, back in the 90s, there was this Honda part or that Honda part, and these parts surface years and years after, but you couldn't get your hands on it right now. These we're getting our hands on right now, and we may be a year or so behind because they've even said that this is the spec tire that most of the guys have been running in Supercross for the last couple of years. So I assume that they're on to a different spec tire in Supercross itself, but it's just cool to have the possibility to have the access. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure to check out the members area so you can see live shows and do Thirsty Thursdays with me here starting in 2025. And we'll see you all on the next one.